Still freezing outside. It's 20 degrees, February 29th. So today, I'm going to talk about this reel right here, the Shimano Nasci 5000. I reviewed it a long time ago. It's actually my first video. And when I reviewed it then, things were just different.
Action. Hey guys, I'm the Beantown Angler, and today I will be reviewing the Shimano Nasci 5000.
So I actually just grabbed this outside, out in the cold garage, and it's pretty much ready to go for the spring season. But, you know, when the weather decides to calm down, we can go test it out. But until then, I'm going to tell you guys what I think, if it's worth it. It's been a few years since I've used this, a year plus a few months. So, let's get to it.
Of the movie stars and the glorious light, the glorious light, the glorious light.
So when I really started to fish hard during that fall, 2018 fall, when before the channel started, this was the reel that I used before this channel started, before I started taking video. But this was kind of like the workhorse reel. You know, these Nascis by Shimano, they're an interesting place because on the top level you got the Stella's $1,000 range. That's ridiculous. And then you got like the, I think it's pronounced the Stridic, but they're like $250, $260. They're below the Van Stalls that I have, but they're higher quality than these Nascis, but they're also like just kind of a different tier of cost. These reels right here are $100, and they're just awesome. They're really solid. They're metal and they're plastic. Now the plastic, you think of plastic as being super cheap, but this is very good plastic. It's like it's a hard plastic material, but it's just really good. It all works. It's not weak. It's not soft. It doesn't break, as I've seen. It's not like it's just solid. So this reel is almost the perfect light tackle reel. It's extremely light. It's not as light as the Van Staal, but it's crazy light for the price range that you get. I've actually used it a little less than my brother and my parents because I actually only used it for one season, and then I kind of got the Van Staal for my birthday, and I've been using that ever since. So let's get someone else's opinion real quick. Cal, what do you think of the Van Staal?
So, as Ronan said, I used this reel a lot more than him, especially more recently. Overall, this is just a great reel. I don't know that much about the super technical parts of it and the specs, for example, but overall it's just high quality, and when I use it, I feel confident in that I can keep a fish on the line, and it's not just gonna burst after catching one albie. Well, I've caught all my biggest fish on this thing, including my 7-pound Phelps albacore and all the stripers that we caught during the summer for the Martha's Vineyard series. And it's lasted and still had room for more. So I think this is a very high quality reel that if you're looking for a new reel, you should definitely purchase. It's pretty cheap for how good it is. Thanks, Ronan, for having me come on.
Alright, pretty well said. I'm not really going to talk about technicals here because you can just look those up, but and also I talked about it in my last video, but I think this reel, the key to this reel as well is if you pair it up with the right light tackle rod, like this one, the Shimano. It's upside down for me, so I can't really read anything, but it's really light too. So I think if you pair this up with a really light rod for light tackle stuff, Albies, Bonito, it's really underrated. I don't hear people talking about it. I think it's just because of its price range. Like, people think of it as just maybe a cheap reel. They don't want to. I mean, okay, let's do some comparison. You could buy 4 of these for the one Van Staal I have. You could buy 2 of them for a Stradic. You could buy 10 of them, or you could buy a Shimano Stella. So, I mean, that alone is just kind of insane. You could outrig you and your 9 friends with this, plus maybe spend an extra $1,000 on rods, and you'd have an epic combo, or you could spend $1,000 on a reel. Listen, there's always gonna be something crazy expensive, but in terms of great price range, this is it. As you can tell, I really enjoy this reel. I just think what Shimano's doing is really great, all the reels they've made. They're one of those companies that makes a bunch of different products, bikes, kayaks maybe. They're just, They're a little bit like Mitsubishi, who make cars, TVs, appliances. Shimano's kind of like that. They make all these different types of things, but their fishing department does a really good job at making really high quality fishing tackle that really challenges new ingenuity. I think it's just really great what they're doing. So thanks Shimano, thanks to Nasci. This video isn't sponsored if you're getting that vibe. I just really like to talk about things I like. Alright guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next week's video. Coming up, we're hoping to go to Florida soon, but with this whole corona disaster, who knows. But if we can go to Florida, it's going to kickstart the channel like it did last year. Hopefully the spring will warm up, we'll get out fishing. Alright guys, thanks for watching. It's still freezing outside. It's 20 degrees, it's February 29th. It's the extra day that we normally don't get. And this is also the Shimano Nasci 5000. I said Shimano again. We gotta redo this.